Good morning. Let's start the daily discussion. The first topic that we will take up today is regarding vaccine drive to fight against cervical cancer. Indian government intends to initiate a three-phase vaccination drive against human papilloma virus or HPV for girls aged 9 to 14, aiming to mitigate the risk of cervical cancer. Because cervical cancer is a big threat to the girls, because as per report, in every 8 minutes one woman died in cervical cancer in India. Every 8 minutes one woman is dying of cervical cancer, and the cervical cancer Cervavax has been developed by the Serum Institute of India in the joint research between Government of India and the Serum Institute funded by the Government of India. So government decided to give this vaccine to the girls between the age of 9 to 14 years, especially reading in the school. So government has decided to give this okay. So the vaccine also offer protection against the HPV strains that cause cancer of the anus, vagina, and oropharynx. Additionally, it also protect against the HPV strain that are responsible for the that genital wart. The Serum Institute of India in 2023 launched an indigenous HPV vaccine known as the Cervavac. Okay, this is developed by the Serum Institute of India, and government has decided to give this Indian vaccine to the students or to the girls aged 9 to 14 years. Okay, it will given by government free of cost. Okay, to all the girls in the age of 9 to 14 years. Okay, that is the government plan to give it to all the girls in the age of 9 to 14 years. There are Serum Institute of India has developed this. Cervical cancer developed in a woman's cervix. It is the fourth most common type of cancer among women globally and second most common among women in India. India contributes the largest share of the global cervical cancer burden, nearly 1 in every 4 deaths globally due to cervical cancer as per the Lancet study. So almost all cervical cancer cases are linked to infection through high risk human papilloma virus. Okay, an extremely common virus transmitted through sexual contact. Effective primary and secondary prevention approaches, screening for and treating precancerous lesions will prevent most cervical cancer cases. When diagnosed, cervical cancer is one of the most successfully treatable form of cancer as long as it is detected early and managed effectively. India accounts for about fifth of the total global burden of cervical cancer, recording about 1.25 lakh cases and about 75,000 deaths each year. So 75,000 deaths every year in India is due to cervical cancer. Persistent infection with certain high risk HPV strains lead to nearly 85% of the all cervical cancers. At least 14 HPV types have been identified as oncogenic, in potential to cause cancer. They are called the oncogenic. Among these, the HPV type 16 and 18, considered to be the most oncogenic, have been found to be responsible for about 70% of all cervical cancer cases globally. Okay. And the next topic is a topic on social justice. So India's death penalty crisis. The number of prisoners on death row in India has been increasing, but the Supreme Court has acquitted maximum of them. So once they get the death penalty, so then there is a scope that, so death penalty is normally out by the lower court, but in the Supreme Court, so most of them are acquitted. So this is the trend says that most of the death penalty ordered by the lower courts, so they get acquitted by the Supreme Court of India. Okay, so India death row population is the highest since 2004, 561 inmates by the end of 2023. The death penalty India report found that only 4.9% of the death sentences from 2000 to 2015 are confirmed at the appellate level. Okay, rest are not, because rest are rejected. Okay, so only 4.9% cases. So they were means the lower court judgment were accepted by the higher court or the appellate level of the Supreme Court of India. Trial court imposed 86.96% of the death sentences without mandate information. Excuse me, that is the trial court order. Okay, data from Project 39A report revealing at 15% decrease in the High Court cases disposal rate. So, in case of High Court, this is reduced. Issue exists in the sentencing processes. Okay, so then failed reform implementation despite the Supreme Court sentencing reform direction in Manoj versus the state of Madhya Pradesh in May 2022. These reforms have not been implemented by trial courts for 2 consecutive years. Systemic legal failures, instances of fabricated evidence, and questionable police procedure lead to wrongful conviction, emphasizing deep-rooted issue in the criminal justice system. Conditions for death row prisoners, constant distress. Death row inmates live in a fear of execution, causing ongoing psychological stress. This persists even after acquittal or commutation. Violence and humiliation. Prisoners on death row often face violence and ridicule within the prison itself. Isolation from the activities. They are segregated from work, education, and leisure activity, worsening their mental state. Increase in death row population. Despite these conditions, the death row population continued to grow due to excessive sentencing by the trial courts. Okay, the next question is an international relation topic question. Change and continuity in India's Palestine policy. Initially opposing Israel's creation, India initially opposed the creation of the state of Israel. Okay, but supporting Palestine with strong ties to Israel. Evolution of Indian Palestine policy from 1947 to 1992. India opposed the 1947 UN partition plan of Palestine and voted against creating Israel. So, as per the 1947 UN partition plan, the state of Palestine is to be divided and the new state of Israel to be created out of the state of Palestine. So India opposed it. India was not in favor of this because for India, this is injustice to the people of Palestine. So India initially objected this. Prime Minister Nehru compared Zionist settlement to the Muslim League in undivided India. Zionist means the settlement of the Jews from Arab or the Arab Jews. So who come and settle in Israel in Palestine. So India compare it with the Muslim League what it did in undivided India. I would spread the Muslim population and try to take the area, saying that this is the area being inhabited by the Muslim population. In 1950, India recognized Israel but did not establish full diplomatic relation. So Israel state was created amidst opposition by the Arab states, but as it was established, so in the 1950, while parallelly maintaining its relationship with Palestine, India established its relationship or diplomatic relationship, recognized Israel, but has not established its diplomatic relationship. In its establishing relationship, So recognize that. So first is India recognize Palestine, that Israel as a state of the Jews, but has not started its diplomatic relationship. That means no diplomats exchange between the country, but only India has recognized that Israel is a state of the Jews. That was recognized by India, but India has not established any diplomatic relationship with the state of the Jews called as the Israel. Okay, throughout the Cold War, India was a strong advocate of the Palestinian cause. Under the Yasser Arafat was the Palestine leader of the PLO, Palestine Liberation Organization, Yasser Arafat. So India was a great supporter of the PLO and its leader Yasser Arafat. So get maximum support from India. Okay, supporting a Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital. India supported the cause of the Palestinians with East Jerusalem as the capital of the state of Palestine, which was not yet even recognized by the global community. So till that, the global community led by USA has not recognized the state of Palestine, although initially it was. The state of Israel was recognized, but not the state of Palestine. But India was the state which recognized the state of Okay. Throughout the Cold War, India was a strong advocate for the Palestinian cause, supporting a Palestine state with East Jerusalem as its capital under Yasser Arafat. From 1990 to October 2023, India established full diplomatic relations with Israel in 1992. Despite growing ties with Israel, India continued supporting a two-state solution, that means state of Palestine as well as state of Israel, and a sovereign Palestine state with East Jerusalem as its capital. India's policy includes backing international initiatives like the Arab Peace Plan and the uh, Quadrate Roadmap for the cause of Palestine. After the October 7th Hamas attack, India's stance appeared to shift, showing solidarity with Israel, because this Hamas terrorist attack on the Israeli has completely changed the Indian approach towards the cause of Palestine. Here, the Palestine-based, that West Bank-based, that Hamas terrorist group. So, as they attack and kidnap the person from young ladies, children, and old person from the Israeli territory, so India expressed its view against this cause of terrorism and oppose this, and its support to Palestinian cause has started declining. That is a big change in Indian approach, because because India being the worst victim of terrorism, when it comes to that issue of terrorism, so India pose its stand very hard. Okay, so in the matter of terrorism, right? That is what. So India's approach towards the cause of Palestinians has underwent a sea change after the recent Hamas attack on these Israeli uh, people when they have taken them hostage or kidnapped them. So after the October 7th Hamas attack, India's stance appeared to shift. Okay. And however, India's voting at the UN still supported Palestine right and opposed Israeli settlements. With Israel always took have the policy of settlement in the occupied territory. The area where Israel occupied the land from other country, it has a policy of settlement, establishing settlement colony there and settling its own people. So to ensure that in future, in case of any that survey by the international community, then okay. So India balanced its historical support for Palestine with its strategic partnership with Israel. The policy has changed. Why is supporting Palestine important for India? More than historical commitment. India's historical stance against the partition of Palestine and support for a Palestinian state reflects its commitment to anti-colonial and anti-imperial principles. Humanitarian concern, the conflict in Gaza resulting in over 3,000 deaths and displacing nearly 90% of the Gaza's population represents a major humanitarian crisis. India's support for Palestinians reflects its concern for human rights and civilian lives. Alignment with Global South, India aims to be a leader in the Global South where there is strong opposition to Israel action. Countries like South Africa and Brazil have taken significant stance against Israel, which India aspiring for similar leadership cannot ignore. Balancing international diplomacy, India's criticism of Israel, as voiced by External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, shows its effort to balance diplomatic relations, maintaining a principled stance while engaging in various global players. Strategic interest, the conflict impact India's strategic interest in the region, especially concerning the India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor and the broader stability in West Asia. Preventing regional escalation, the ongoing conflict poses a risk of broader regional instability involving Iran, Israel, and America, all key partners for India, supporting a peaceful resolution to the Palestine issue, aligning with India's interest in maintaining regional stability. Act West policy, an immediate end to the war and a permanent resolution to the Palestinian question are integral to India's Act West policy, highlighting its commitment to peace and stability in the West Asia. Okay. Next topic is a topic on the defense domain. Okay. The Indian Navy and the Royal Malaysian Navy participated in the bilateral exercise Samudra Lakwana. It took place from February 20th to March 2nd, 2024 at the coast of Visakhapatnam. The exercise aimed to strengthen ties and improve coordination between India and Royal Malaysian Navy. It is conducted under the Visakhapatnam-based Eastern Naval Command. This is the third edition of this exercise, which includes harbour professional interaction followed by operational phase at sea. The exercise involved a harbour phase featuring professional interaction, subject matter expert exchange on topic of mutual interest, social events, interaction with locals, and various sports activities. During the sea phase, unit collectively refined their skill while performing various sea operations. Indian naval ship Kiltan and Royal Malaysian ship KD Lekir participated in the exercise. The next is the juice jacketing. Interesting thing. Juice jacketing. The Reserve Bank of India has issued a warning to mobile phone users regarding the issue risk of juice jacketing. The term juice jacketing was first coined in 2011 by the investigating journalist Brian Craig. It is a form of cyber attack where hackers manipulate public USB charging ports to steal data from connected devices by infecting them with malware or altering hardware. Hackers utilize this attack to steal users' password, credit card details, addresses, and other sensitive data stored on the targeted device. This form of attack has become increasingly concerning with reported incidents occurring in various public spaces, including airports, hotels, and shopping centers, where they are getting the public connected internet facility. RBI stressed the need. Okay, RBI stressed the need to safeguard personal and financial data. Then, short range air defense system. The Defense Research and Development Organization successfully conducted two flight tests of the very short range air defense system missiles. The test was conducted from the integrated test range of Odisha's Sandipur. Very short range air defense system is a man portable air defense system designed and developed indigenously by the DRDO's Research Center, Imrat, Hyderabad, in collaboration with other DRDO laboratories and Indian industry partners. The very short range air defense system missile incorporates many novel technology, including miniatured reaction control system and integrated avionics, which have been successfully proven during the test. The missile, meant for neutralizing low altitude aerial threats at short range, is propelled by a dual thrust solid motor. The design of the missile, including launcher, has been highly optimized to ensure easy portability. This new missile, equipped with modern technology, will give future technological boost to the armed forces. Then the biotrick new waste management technology. A recent study has claimed that the biotrick, a new waste management technology, could help rural Indians. About the biotrick, it is a new waste management technology which work on the pyrolysis system. Pyrolysis is a kind of chemical recycling that turns leftover organic metals into their component molecules. Waste is sealed inside an oxygen-free chamber. The sealed waste is then heated above 400 degrees Celsius. During this process, useful chemicals are produced. Biotrick generates three valuable products: bio oil, syngas, and biocharger fertilizer. The bio oil is a clean burning alternative to dirty cooking fuels in homes. The synage and the bio oil facilitates heating and powers the pyrolysis system and supplies electricity is utilized to power supply to local homes and businesses. Biochar improves soil fertility and helps that store the carbon in the soil. The Algai, Prime Minister of India and Mauritius have jointly inaugurated an airstrip and the Agalega, the airstrip at St. James Jetty on the North Agalega Island of the Indian Ocean. Okay, Mauritius. Agaliga are two other islands of Mauritius located in the Indian Ocean, about 1,000 kilometers north of Mauritius Island. Okay, other relations with Maldives is deteriorating. So Indian government is trying to develop its strong relationship with other Indian Ocean countries, and in this Mauritius is one. So government of India has started developing its uh, close defense and other cooperation in this with Mauritius. Then the coming to the MCQs, the Agalia Island is located in the Indian Ocean. Consider the following statement: the El Nino, during the El Nino, warm water is pushed towards Asia through the Pacific Ocean. La Nina usually results in good rainfall during the monsoon season in India. Both 1 and 2 are correct. The project 39A sometimes appeared in the news related to equal justice and opportunity as per the Article 39A of the Indian Constitution. Justice and equal opportunity to all. So answer will be B, equal justice and opportunity. Consider the following statement with reference to the National Urban Cooperative Finance and Development Corporation. It is the umbrella organization for the Urban Cooperative Bank, which will also operate as a self-regulatory organization for the sector. It has received a certificate of registration from the Security and Exchange Board of India to operate as a non-banking financial company. Here, so statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Answer is C. With reference to the Press and Distribution of Periodicals Act 2023, consider the following statement. It provides for an online system for facilitating the registration of newspaper and other periodicals in the country. The Office of the Press Registrar General of India shall be carrying out the purposes of the new act. The PRP Act brings books and journals to the purview of registration, which was exempted by the old PRB Act. So here, so only 1 and 2 are correct. The reference to Hangul, consider the following statement. It is a subspecies Central Asian red deer, endemic to Kashmir and surrounding areas. It is classified as critical endangered by the IUCN. Comes under the Appendix 1 of the CITES agreement. Here both 1 and so neither 1 and 2 are correct. Answer is D. So on Nayam Advanced Landing Ground, it is located in Ladakh. With reference to the first information report, consider the following statement. FIR contain detail of complaints, charges, arrest, confiscated property, witness, examination, and other events within the jurisdiction. General diary includes detail of the offence committed, accused, witness, and other relevant information. So here neither 1 nor 2 are correct. Why is there a great concern about the microbeads that are released into the environment? Because they are considered harmful to marine ecosystem. So biotrick is related to waste management technology.